Illegal markets and structures are finally being cleared in Lagos. But is enforcement enough?
We shall remain consistent with what we are doing with respect to sanitizing the states. The thinking is always okay, government will not come again. And that's why I said people don't know that times have changed.
Even after doing the clearance operations, we'll do a kind of a mop-up. And the state government is putting in place a kind of a patrol that will be patrolling that general area 24 hours to prevent people from coming back.
You pay shop on 2.3 million, 4 million. We don't have up to that. So it's better with this petty business we are doing. It's better we have to do it and feed ourselves, feed our children, pay school fees, and pay our house rent.
A lot of thefts has been happening around here. But I believe as this place is being dispersed now, things like that will come to a minimum, if not stopped. Because if you go now, they will still gather. You understand? But when you have made maybe a permanent structure, you cement everywhere, you plant flowers, they will not come again.
They should help us look for another place to park ourselves. Go. She understand that. So we will continue the business to eat because no way for us now to do anything.
It's not their heart or their joy to be selling around the roadside, but no money to go and rent shop, and they must feed.
Lagos is changing rapidly. Across the city, major roads are being reconstructed. New bridges and rail lines are taking shape. Transportation networks are expanding, and large-scale developments are transforming the skyline. But alongside this progress is another challenge that Lagos has struggled with for decades: the rapid growth of illegal structures, roadside markets, makeshift settlements, street trading, squatting, and people occupying spaces beneath bridges and along pedestrian walkways. With Lagos estimated to have a population of more than 25 million people, and with thousands of Nigerians moving into the city every day in search of jobs and better opportunities, pressure on land, housing, transportation, and commercial spaces continues to increase. And now, the Lagos state government is intensifying efforts to reclaim public spaces. Over the past several months, authorities have carried out multiple clearance operations targeting illegal structures, roadside trading, shanties, makeshift shops, and settlements, particularly along major transportation corridors such as the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. But while these operations may be necessary for a modern city, they also raise an important question. Is demolition and enforcement alone enough to solve Lagos's illegal market and settlement problem? Why do they keep returning after a few weeks? Come, let's take a closer look. Clearing the Lagos highway corridors. One of the areas receiving significant attention is the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. This corridor is extremely important to Lagos because it connects communities across the western part of the state and forms part of a major regional transportation route. As the expressway undergoes major reconstruction and expansion, authorities have been clearing structures and commercial activities that occupy road setbacks, medians, pedestrian spaces, and other areas reserved for transportation infrastructure. Officials from the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps, popularly known as KAI, have been removing makeshift stalls, temporary shops, sleeping tents, and other structures that have gradually encroached on public spaces. The objective is not simply to make the roads look cleaner. These clearances are also intended to improve traffic movement, protect pedestrians, improve drainage, reduce environmental hazards, and create space for major infrastructure projects. The Lagos-Badagry Expressway is expected to accommodate a modern transportation network, including the ongoing expansion of the Lagos Blue Line toward Okoko-Maiko. That means maintaining clear right-of-way along the corridor becomes increasingly important. A modern railway cannot operate efficiently if its infrastructure is surrounded by uncontrolled settlement and commercial activity. The same applies to highways, bridges, drainage systems, and pedestrian infrastructure.
Mr. Governor directed that from Mile 2 down to Alabara-Gokoko, both on the left side, the right side, and the median, they don't want any form of habitation. And it's going to be a kind of a continuous thing. In front of Lasu Gate, before you could see a whole lot of people residing there, people selling, people sleep there. And most of the time, the raw students, whether going into the university or coming outside university. I know when you have a whole lot of crowd, you might not really know their intention. If you go to Lasu now, opposite the gate, the place is clear, so students can move freely. And you can even see the kind of a whole lot of damages they do. All those drainages there, they are clogged. They feed them with debris. So anytime it drains in that general area, the water has nowhere to flow to. The water will remain there. And while there, a lot of activities that we cannot even talk about goes on in that place. But most of the people that are there, you don't even know where they come from. In case anything happens, you don't even know where to go. You can imagine on that kind of stretch of road, just about, let's say about 500 meters, you're having like 2,000 people that you cannot even give account of. So security-wise, it's not good.
I'm living comfortable at Okafor. I live in 2-bedroom flats. So because of the stress going home and the traffic on the road, that is why I decided to say, okay, let me camp here. Every weekend I go home. Most times I will sell in the market. Sometimes I will not sell. So going to Okafor now is about 5,000 or 6,000 naira for the transport. So if the government should please help us.
Even after doing the clearance operations, we'll do a kind of a mop-up. And the state government is putting in place a kind of a patrol that will be patrolling that general area 24 hours to prevent people from coming back. They will provide vehicle, they will provide the human resources and the logistics so that route will be kept safe and clean 24 hours.
The bigger problem: illegal development across Lagos. However, the problem extends far beyond the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Illegal structures can be found in different parts of Lagos, including roadside shops, wooden structures, informal markets, buildings constructed on drainage channels, and settlements occupying spaces originally intended for roads, walkways, and public facilities. In some cases, these structures appear almost overnight. In others, they remain for years. And this is where the conversation becomes more complicated. If an illegal structure has existed for several years before authorities remove it, many residents naturally begin asking, how did it get there in the first place? And perhaps more importantly, why was action not taken earlier? Prevention is usually cheaper and less disruptive than allowing illegal development to continue for years and eventually carrying out large-scale demolitions. This is one of the biggest challenges facing Lagos.
People are very emotional when it comes to some issues. Oh, why are they not allowing them trade? They are taking their wares away. The extant laws ban street trading. I didn't make the law. It's a state law. And we've said to the local government, we've had meetings with them, that we can't allow street trading. Stores have been built, but people, at the risk to their lives, choose to sell on the roads.
It's not their heart or their joy to be selling around the roadside, but no money to go and rent shop. And they must feed. They have children. Their life is involved in the risk. Any break failure can clear them. And at the end of the day, they will lose their life.
I believe strongly that all over the world, people also find ways to bend or break the law. But once you attach firm consequences, clear consequences to bad behavior, people beat a retreat and comply. And that's all we want to do in Lagos. And we're going to do it consistently without caring whose ox will be God.
Illegal squatting. Another major challenge is the occupation of public infrastructure. We have seen situations where people establish informal settlements beneath bridges, around newly constructed infrastructure, or beside major roads. One example raised by residents is the newly constructed Okpebi Ojota Mende Bridge, where informal occupation reportedly appeared soon after construction. This illustrates a bigger problem. Infrastructure can be built at enormous cost, but if the surrounding environment is not protected, informal settlements can quickly return. That means every major bridge, interchange, railway corridor, and public facility needs a long-term maintenance and enforcement strategy. Building infrastructure is only the beginning. Protecting it is equally important. Is Lagos government also responsible? This is perhaps the most important question. Is the government entirely to blame for the growth of illegal structures? Not necessarily. Individuals have a responsibility to obey the law, and businesses should operate within designated areas. However, government also has a responsibility to plan, provide infrastructure, enforce regulations consistently, and prevent illegal development before it becomes widespread. If an illegal structure remains for 5 or 10 years, it becomes much harder to remove. This is why enforcement needs to happen consistently, not occasionally. What about KAI? The Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps was established in 2003 during the administration of then-Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with the broader objective of enforcing environmental regulations across Lagos. Today, KAI officers are visible in many parts of the state, carrying out enforcement operations. But the scale of Lagos presents a huge challenge. The question therefore becomes, can the enforcement system realistically monitor every part of a megacity? Perhaps the answer requires a combination of more personnel, technology, community reporting, regular patrols, and stronger local enforcement. Instead of waiting for illegal structures to become large settlements, authorities could identify new encroachments early and intervene before they become difficult to remove. Technology could also play a bigger role through satellite imagery, drones, digital mapping, and reporting platforms that allow authorities to monitor public infrastructure and government setbacks. The goal should be prevention rather than constant demolition. The bigger vision for Lagos. Lagos is trying to become a true global megacity. Major railway projects are being developed, roads and bridges are expanding, water transportation is being modernized, new commercial districts are emerging, and large-scale developments are changing the city's skyline. But infrastructure alone cannot create a world-class city. Urban discipline matters, waste management matters, housing matters, market planning matters, green spaces matter, drainage matters, and consistent enforcement matters. Lagos cannot build a modern bridge today and allow informal settlements to appear beneath it tomorrow. It cannot construct a new railway corridor and allow its right-of-way to become an informal market. And it cannot clear a market today only for another one to return next year. The real goal should be to create a system where illegal development becomes increasingly difficult to establish in the first place. The ongoing clearance operations may therefore be an important part of Lagos's transformation, but they should be viewed as one component of a much larger strategy. The government must protect public infrastructure and enforce its laws. But it must also continue expanding affordable housing, markets, transportation, sanitation infrastructure, and spaces where small businesses can operate legally. Residents, traders, and businesses also have responsibilities. Public infrastructure belongs to everyone, and protecting it benefits the entire city. Ultimately, the dream should not simply be to remove illegal structures. The dream should be to build a Lagos where people no longer feel forced to occupy roadsides, bridges, and public spaces simply because there is nowhere else to go. Because if Lagos truly wants to become one of the world's leading megacities, the transformation cannot stop at beautiful roads, modern railways, and impressive skyscrapers. It must also create a cleaner, safer, better planned, and more inclusive urban environment. And that is the real challenge ahead. What do you think? Should Lagos continue with aggressive clearance operations, or should the government first provide more affordable markets and alternatives for traders and informal workers? And why do illegal structures sometimes return shortly after being removed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Few of them are coming back, not all of them. So once we are consistent with our enforcement and our advocacy, it's a matter of time. The thinking is always okay, government will not come again. And that's why I said people don't know that times have changed. We shall remain consistent with what we are doing with respect to sanitizing the states.
If you want to see more updates on the projects transforming Nigeria, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.